Energized show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of Energized. Ross, introduce the guest, man.
We've got the face of the fight game. It is Mr. UFC. It's the one and only. It's Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Paddy, how you doing, bud?
How are we, the fellas? Long time no speak. Nice to be back.
Welcome back, bud.
You know what I mean? We always count the UFC London as an extra pay-per-view of the year, so we couldn't not have you on. Man, what a wild journey it's been since you've arrived.
It's been decent, hasn't it, lad? I've totally enjoyed every moment of it. It's quality.
Paddy, I think, a lot of the times, people talk about superstars in the sports, but in terms of yourself, like, you were the first ever MMA fighter signed to Barstool Sports. Like, what was that like? Because that is absolutely epic.
It's great. Like, the Barstool's family is sick, lad. Like, I went in the office over there and stuff like that, and everything about them was just great. You know what I mean? People say, "Oh, what's it like working for Barstools?" And I'm like, lad, it's more like a family. You know what I mean? It's not like work. It's absolute quality.
Yeah.
Once you actually signed with Barstool, myself and Ross were like, it's only a matter of time until Molly gets on that as well.
Yeah, and then obviously she's a stoolie as well now, lad, with flying.
Absolutely
it's actually incredible. And then, like, to see you guys do that walk with Gary Neville throughout Liverpool there the other day for Sky Sports, I was like, Sky Sports don't even cover MMA, and that's how big these two are now. That they're like, right, we'll have to get Paddy and Molly on. Like, what's it like on an average day of you walking down the road in Liverpool prior to the UFC and now you're in the UFC? Because I'm sure prior to the UFC, everyone noticed you anyway, but now you're in the UFC, it must be non-stop.
Yeah, it's obviously different now. Like, but from the time I said in Cage Warriors after Teddy Barr, it broke my nose. I'm a scout, so we don't get knocked out. Ever since then, I've been getting pictures, lad, and stuff. But obviously, it's a new stratosphere now. Like, I went out on a night out with my mates about 5 weeks ago, just on the water and the Red Bull, the Diet Red Bull, and I reckon I got about 500 pictures in like 4 or 5 hours.
Although one thing that's definitely played into your favour is I know you're a massive Liverpool fan, so being pitch side for BT Sports and stuff like that, that's definitely got to be a cool fan's dream, really.
That was quality, lad, being there, being on BT and not talking about it. But and he did these predictions, man. Said 3-0 and we got beat 1-0 that night by Inter Milan.
And we won't bring up that they lost 4-0 there the other day to Manchester United.
Yeah, don't bring that up.
Don't matter, lad. Doesn't mean nothing, especially when we play 37 different players in 90 minutes.
I don't know. Jurgen Klopp said there's no such thing as a friendly against Man United, but that's just what he said.
That is just what he said.
Okay, what was we on aggregate last year?
I think it was 9-0 to Liverpool. But that's last year, Paddy. You're living the past.
Living the past, man.
It was still 20.
No, it was only a bit of friendly banter. But come here, Paddy. UFC London. What was it like the first time you walked out? What are you expecting this time?
It was as I expected. I know what I mean. I was always gonna make the crowd go wild. It was never gonna happen any other way. And the next one's gonna be bigger and better. It's gonna be. I can't wait, lad. You know what I mean? The next one, people have to know what to expect, and it's gonna be another unbelievable atmosphere. And I can't wait to blow the roof off the gaff once again.
Paddy, you've been saying for a while that like you're literally going to do everything you have been doing. We've had you on while you were on Cage Warriors, and now seeing you explode has just been like pure entertainment, but like fully deserving as well. Like when you told the UFC and Dana that like you were going to come in and be the boy, do you think he really expected you to be this much of the boy?
Don't know, lads. No idea. They knew what they were signing like, but I don't think they expected it to blow up as much as it has. But as you say, I've believed in myself the whole time. From whenever my first amateur fight and won that, I knew what was happening in the future. And for the past 7-8 years, I've been saying I'm going to be the biggest star in the UFC when I get there. And I've only had 2 fights, lad, and I basically am.
I think it's one of those things where in MMA, you need a country behind you or you need a city behind you. And like you have Liverpool behind you, the way Conor McGregor had like the whole of Ireland behind him. I think that's so vital. I think that's why a lot of like, the US stars are just like sort of defaults because they're just like another number. Like if you look at Adesanya, like he's like representing Nigeria and New Zealand. And I think because you've got the city of Liverpool, which is such a working class city, and like you're their guy, you know what I mean? I think that's what makes you such a superstar. And when, you know, people see the crowd reaction that you get, that makes everyone go, geez, who the fuck is this guy? The fifth Beatle.
It is. I know I'll always have the whole city behind me no matter what goes out saying. But I think because I'm like anti-establishment and anti-monarchy, lad, I have so many Irish, Scottish and Welsh behind me, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, you won't get any arguments from us here about that.
Yeah, the Irish love you over here as well, Paddy. Like, like everyone is talking about you fighting on this card. Even my dad, who like is not mad in our show, but like he's like, I told him you're coming on. He was like, that's unreal. Like it's transcending over. Yourself and Molly are doing some sort of wave that's almost like resembles the SBG Ireland Conor McGregor rise as well. So it's like pure entertainment. Like, as fight fans, we love it.
People always say to me, like, when like photographers and cameramen and stuff like that come to the gym and they say, oh, I'm here going to do stuff with like UFC fighter, they go, oh, I don't know much about that UFC. The only ones I know are Conor McGregor and Paddy the Baddy.
Well, like, that was probably my dad.
Well, you're definitely the two biggest stars in Europe. But tell us a bit about Next Gen, because like there's something in the water there at the moment. Not only are yourself and Molly leading the line, but like the lads in Cage Warriors, you know, the King of France, Adam Cullen, Nathan Fletcher, the Southport Strangler, will be back. Luke Riley, Shamrock. You have a plethora of talent there. What's it like to train there on a daily basis? What makes the gym so special?
I've been saying it for years. We're the best gym in the UK by a mile, by an absolute country mile. Probably the best gym in Europe, if not one of the best gyms in the world. And I've been saying that for years, lad. And for years I've actually been saying, don't worry, you'll all realise, you'll all begin to know over the coming years how good of a coach Paul and Ellis and Adam are and how good we are as a team. And everyone's starting to realise, lad, that, as you said, everything I say, it's happening. It's coming through, and I don't talk shit, lad. It's that simple.
Yeah, we want to give a shout out to Luke Riley and Nathan Fletcher competing on Cage Warriors 141 on Friday, the 22nd of July, live on UFC Fight Pass. So shout out to the lads from Team Next Gen. And obviously Paddy and Molly on the Saturday night.
First round finishes, I can see it already. I think, to be honest, I think all four of us are going to get first round knockouts. Me, Molly, Luke and Nathan. All of our striking is leveled up, and I don't see how any of our opponents can stop it.
Tell us this, how much is Chris Williams adding to your game then, Paddy?
Yeah, when it comes to me straight boxing, lad, Chris, like me and Nathan both do our boxing with Chris, and you'll see improvements in our next fight. You know what I mean? But like, obviously it's not just Chris. Me and Nathan also do a lot of striking with Ella Sampson. He's our MMA striking coach, and you're gonna see some crazy improvements in this next fight, like crazy.
Yeah. Ella's Vent and Big Rimmer, they're the men, like, you know what I mean? Like, what a trifecta. It really does feel special, and it feels like quite the family at Next Gen, and we love Next Gen. They're always really hospitable to us, and you know, your guys always make time for us, and we always appreciate that as well.
Exactly. Paddy, also in the build up to this fight, it's always great to see all the stuff that's done in the background. You're obviously doing your podcast, you're doing the vlogs. Like the way UFC Connected come in, the way Barstool are doing stuff, and like the whole team are getting involved in that. What's it like now in the gym? The way like there's loads of cameras and stuff. Like, do you feel like there's extra pressure added to you, or do you thrive in these situations?
I thrive, lad. Like pressure. I don't even know what pressure is. What's pressure?
Paddy, tell us this. We spoke to Graham Boylan in Belfast, and he said that you've signed a new contract with the UFC. I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? Pay the man. Tell us this. Is this the first fight of that new contract? And with that new contract, now that you feel like you're being paid more you're worth, do you feel like you'll start trying to bump up into the rankings yet?
I'm now getting like nearly what I'm worth. You know what I mean? I'm getting a lot more money, but you know, I think I bring in millions and millions and millions of pounds. So until I'm getting millions of pounds, then it won't be paid me worth. And
is this the first fight in that new deal?
Yeah.
Perfect. And what about competition level? Will you be looking to fight someone around the top 15 after this win, or will you just continue to take your time and you don't mind, you'll fight whoever?
I'll fight whoever, lad. I'm not the matchmaker. Whoever they put in front of me, I'll fight, lad. I'm in no rush to start fighting top 15s. Like, you know what I mean? I don't need that. I'll continue to make money first.
And Paddy, obviously, a lot's been made of Jordan Levitt's dancing coming into this fight. When you win, will you show him who the best dancer at 155 pounds is?
Yeah, never know. I might end up fucking swearing on him, lad, but he's definitely getting teabagged.
When I heard he said he was going to twerk, I just couldn't believe it. Like, what did you think when you heard that as well, Paddy?
I believe he thinks he's going to win, lad. Like, it's crazy. He can't finish his dinner. So
I do feel like it's one of those things where anyone who's been brought over to the UK to fight a UK fighter is effectively being brought over to lose. Now, I'm not saying that they're not talented, but it's more like it's been geared up for the UK guys to win. Like that's what the fans want. Like that's what I want to see. I want to see the O2 erupt like it's the Echo.
Funny, lad, because I genuinely can't win though, because like everyone's saying now, it's funny on Twitter, everyone's like, oh, Levitt's gonna get a UD, he's gonna sit on top of him for 3 rounds, he's gonna win this and that, blah blah. And then when I beat him, everyone will be like, oh, Paddy was meant to win anyway. Paddy was always gonna win. Know what I mean? I'm in a lose-lose situation, and he's in a win-win. It's great. It's great for any opponents who come to fight me, lad, because no matter what, I'm gonna get criticism, and no matter what, they're gonna get. They're gonna get what's it called? They're gonna get props even if they lose.
Yeah, I do think you're expected to win. Therefore, you know, and you're also probably expected to win via finish. And like, if you don't get that finish, you'll be like, oh, is he as good as people think he is? But at the end of the day, you know, I mean, you're undefeated on your UFC run, and it's all finishes. So, like, what can you do? You can't do any more than that.
He's getting finished in the first, lad. Know what I mean? He's never been finished before, and I'm gonna change that. But he's only 10-1. He's not really fought anyone. People are going on about that Puelles who beat him, saying he's good. He's not. He's fucking shite.
Paddy, are you looking at Paddy looking into the future? Are you looking after this card to start competing in the US, like getting on the big pay-per-view cards next? Because like surely that's what the next plan has to be.
I won't be in the UK for a long time after this.
You won't be
until they do Anfield. I'll be fighting on pay-per-views.
Yeah, I can see it. Like, I know they talk.
Here first, Ross.
You sort of talk about the Sean O'Malley treatment, but like I doubt you're getting Sean O'Malley on anything but a pay-per-view at any time. And I know you and Sean are friendly online. I think you twitch together from time to time.
Yeah. There's things from time to time. He's actually a cool dude, Sean, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. And like, you know what? Why not? You know, 2 superstars probably never going to end up in the same weight class ever. So like, why not be friendly towards them?
Keep saying, "Oh, would you fight O'Malley?" And I'm like, "Oh, lad, I fight 2 weight divisions above him. How am I gonna fight him?"
People just see 2 fighters and they're like, "Those 2 should fight."
It's like me fighting fucking Jan Blachowicz or something. Know what I mean? Like, it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, I think. Well, you know what? That's when you know you made a lot of. You see a lot of fighters back in the day, and they were like, "Would you fight Connor?" It's like they'd be asking Stipe. It's like, sorry, what? You know what I mean? Like that's how it happens. You know, and that's when you know you're getting the casuals interested when your name starts getting thrown in with the other superstars who aren't even close to your weight class.
Well, people keep saying, "Oh, are we gonna call out after this fight?" And I'm like, no one. I don't need to call anyone out. People talk about me because I'm the boy. Know what I mean? I don't mention anyone's name. Think I'm gonna give any other little nit some publicity? No, lad. I don't need to give any of these mushrooms publicity. All these clout chasers jump on my name like hand sanitizer boy. Know what I mean? That's it.
Paddy, tell us this: if when you do make that transition and start fighting the US for the next while, will you be splitting your camp between San Diego and Next Gen, or will you be doing 90% your camp in Next Gen and then maybe heading over to the US?
Depends me camp in Next Gen. I'll always do my camps in Next Gen, but we'll probably go out to America a little bit early. You know what I mean? To acclimatise to the time difference and stuff like that. Probably like to go out to Vegas like 2 weeks earlier, so and fight in Vegas. But at the same time, I don't want to take my coaches away from my teammates. Yeah. It's not just me who fights that. They've got a full team there. So we need it's as I say, it's not just me and Molly fighting, lad. We've got Nathan, Luke, Cullen, Bonner, Ben, Shem. You know what I mean? There's all sorts of lads there. Connor Wilson, Adam Wilson. I can't be taking the coaches away from them. So obviously we're gonna have to get stuff sorted where it's not just us getting the treatments, because all the other lads need the training as well.
No,
Exactly.
absolutely.
Paddy, there's something I had to ask you, right? Like, obviously Dana White and Dave Portnoy both originally from Boston. Like, can you tell us what sort of similarities they have with each other?
Just both cool as fuck. Proper cool as fuck, lad, the pair of them. Simple as that. Dana gets a bad rap, lad, know what I mean? He's sound. And I've met Dana, lad, he's cool.
I don't think you can be in that position without getting a bad rap, though, Paddy, can you? Like, someone's going to eventually hate you.
Yeah, someone's got to hate you, lad. It goes without saying. I'm the same, lad. I'm the nicest kid in the world till you get on the wrong side of me. But everyone seems to hate me. Anyone found fault in anything I say. You know what I mean? I can't say, oh, he done well there. Oh, what about him? People just love talking shit, lad. Putting words in your mouth.
Yeah, well, exactly. You go
just from looking on the outside, Paddy, it looks like Dana and Dave, like, they just seem like a no is not an option. They'll just keep going and keep going and keep going and push the limit. And like, look how they brought both companies so big. It's very inspiring as well, especially for myself and Ross doing a podcast, starting from nothing, now joining UFC Fight Pass. It's just like, keep pushing it and see how far you can go. As you know yourself, Paddy, look at you now, you're a superstar.
Dave coming to this next fight, lad. It's going to be quality.
Yeah, but like, he's after building an absolute empire from scratch. So like you can't but respect that. And like, the sort of close ties him and Dana White have is incredible to see. And like you say, when you become a polarizing figure, people have something to say about you. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as if you went in and knocked out Levitt in 10 seconds, someone would be like, yeah, but how would you do against Islam Makhachev? You know what I mean? There's always an if, but, or maybe to put in there against someone you don't like.
Funny that someone actually said that to me on Twitter yesterday. After your next fight, why don't you call out Tony Ferguson or Dustin Poirier or Michael Chandler? I was like, because they're in like the top 10 and I'm not.
Yeah, but I think people are like already like jumping the gun. They just want to see you in there with those.
Want to see him with the belt, Ross?
Other superstars. They want to ride the Paddy Mania all the way to the top.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to happen, lad, but it's going to take time. I'm in the biggest weight division in the UFC, the main weight division, the Shark Tank weight division. You know what I mean? It's like they shouldn't even just have a top 15 for the lightweights. They should have a top 30 because there's that many good fighters.
And where would you think you would rank in the top 30 now, Paddy?
I'd be in there, like, definitely.
Yeah, no doubt about it, like, to be honest.
Paddy, another thing, what would be your most favorite moment so far since joining with the UFC? There's been a lot of them, but like, if you had to pick just one out so far, what would it be?
Choking Vargas, to be honest, because of how sick the crowd went. The crowd went bananas, or even getting sent videos from after the show of people outside dancing on cars, singing "Oh Paddy the Baddy."
Yeah, you know what, the scenes outside the O2 were loose as fuck. They really were. Yeah. Like, there's no denying it. Paddy, next time we see you walk into a cage in the UK, are you guaranteeing you'll be the main event?
After this show, yeah, 100%. There's no way I won't be. As I say, I highly doubt I'll fight in the UK again until like 2025, when they can do Anfield. That's the only time that I can see myself fighting in the UK ever again, to be honest. When they do Anfield, I make too much money, lad, for them not to. They can't put me on more fight nights. They didn't want me to fight on this card, lad. They wanted me to fight on the Edwards card. But I wanted more time in the UK. Give everyone the chance to come and see me fight one more time.
Exactly. That's why you can't miss Paddy the Baddy at UFC London on July 23rd. It's going to be an unmissable event. Ross, you've also got a special announcement to make as well.
Yeah, the Energized show will be hosting the UFC watch party for UFC London at 26 Leek Street. Barry's going to leave a link in the bio down below to buy the tickets to come see us. There'll be a UFC athlete there on the night, and there'll also be the UFC World Championship there on the night as well. So you can get a photo with both. Get a photo with us. We'll probably have some Energized glasses to give out. I don't know if you can see them because of the green screen, but there they are there. Paddy's got a pair. He's worn them before. They're really comfortable, Paddy, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a sound pair of shades.
And you know what? We'll make sure to have another pair for you when we come over, Paddy.
Yeah, everything in this house gets stashed, lad, and gets put in places, lad, by the missus, so I don't know where nothing is.
Don't worry, we'll get you another fresh pair because the missus probably is robbing them, wearing them around the gaff doing the hoovering.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're good. Look, Paddy, like you're a very busy guy, so we're gonna sort of wrap things up. But like, is there anything you want to say to the Baddy Nation that are tuning in now, buzzing to see you compete on UFC London?
I cannot wait to put on a show for everyone. I can't. Like I've said it before, I'll say it again. I was put on this earth to beat people up and entertain people, and it's what I'm gonna do. July 23rd. It mightn't last that long, but I'll put on a show.
The Baddy says, "Don't blink, Ross."
There you have it, Basmo. It's going to be done in one. Guys, thanks a million for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, of course you have. Paddy's here. Make sure to like, share, smash that subscribe button, and as always, stay energized.
Energized show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you've done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going, keep up the good work, guys.